you think, like, what's the government's agenda? Because they're not creating. Why would you want to create a country where people are not self, like they can't handle things. They're not self-sufficient.
Yeah.
But I think government's purpose is to maintain government. So they're This is it.
Yeah. To keep them in their positions.
Also, they need to hem us into their systems and processes. Now, I'm not saying people should go and tear down everything, but the whole purpose of government now is
you got
to maintain government.
You got to also understand that if maybe like it's looking like with the digital, they want people to tear down everything, so they can
stamping.
Can't do it again.
Because you can see it exactly now with the movement to the right. You can see where they want to now. They want us to okay. Well, anybody that goes over there, we can manage you and handle you. And why would it not be modelled on the Chinese thing where they say you got social credit? Politics are wrong. What if your social media voice is wrong?
Lock you in. You can't do that.
They just follow each other. The path there for left or right. It also that they all follow the same methodology. They're all going to the same place. Control of the population in order to maintain government within certain. But that's all it is. So for us and for anybody who's pennied the thing, always it is about the important thing is about what you can influence. Be it your own little space, be it your own family, be it your own extended family, be it your own community, and unfortunately it could even be a nation, but it has to be driven from the bottom up.
And that's why I say these people are they've got the wrong mindset, because so that's how I look at it. So I look at that, if I know I don't want to be in a position where, because think about the people that are complaining about,
and that's what they're kind of doing as well. Well, what's the protests and everything? They're creating a movement from the ground up.
Yeah, but it's not really. They're creating obstacles. They don't understand. But they are. But also, is it going to be? Is it going to do anything?
Yeah, but it's not a movement. They're just causing problems for other people. But it's not like a movement that's building. They just want to tear down other. Like I said, what we see on the sites, bro. We're seeing people talk about this. It's being spoke about everywhere you go. So there's definitely impact. 100%. We've all seen people we know that we didn't. We've seen different views from people we know. Like right, okay. Like certain people we know that start uploading things.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
But right, that's a bit. Right, I didn't know you were.
You know what it is? You know that as well. Like people, all that is just to show their true colours. They're showing, I like you, but I like you to an extent. But I like you as long as I don't think you're affecting my livelihood. Or if I think you're affecting my livelihood, then you lot got to go. You understand what I mean? People not thinking that realistically. Okay, to me, if I don't want to live amongst, say, illegal immigration, I need to put myself in a position where I can move. Do you understand what I mean? So you just need to think.
But you find a lot of third and second generation are feeling in limbo kind of thing now, isn't it?
That's the thing I was going to say. Sorry, so that's the thing that when you talk about immigration, I think they need to be specific what they're talking about. So we got the illegal immigrants. That's one thing. Yeah. But when you say immigrants, well, there's loads of us immigrants. So that's going to make us feel
they're saying that as well. But people are saying this as well. They're forgetting as well.
Even white people, let's say they're European immigrants anyway.
Bro,
you know what I'm trying to say?
This is just they say they're legal, but I mean,
that's what I'm saying, because you know what's there.
And it's because they're Muslim.
What it's a process for elimination. I can't get it. We might have to take one back. These lot out. Also, because the next thing, all we see now is England for the English. And remember, so we're Black British or whatever. England for the English. So they're saying, right, really, it's time for you all to go.
That's going to be a problem for them, though.
Of course, it's going to be
a massive problem. The country can't function without everyone else.
That's what they don't understand.
What matters is that you get public sentiment and you get groundswell and you can do something at the polling station. That's what it's about. Obviously, there can be turmoil on the ground because all people might get caught up in unpleasantness. But the point is, with party, can we get movement when it comes to voting? That's what they want to do. And if they get that, then who knows what's going to happen.
I think.
But it's chaos to try and pull something like that off to say you're going to ship all of these different
It's crazy. But they're doing something like Donald Trump doing some mad thing with the ice.
But that's what they want. They want that kind of movement. Just lift off the street.
He's on Greece, though, isn't he? He's on Greece. He's on a lot of badness.
He's doing the ice with the illegal immigration, but not only that, but this is why people need to understand it all is linked together. He's getting the man them out of here, bro. So he's going Chicago. He's bringing FBI to Chicago,
and army,
like the gang members. Like he's just taking them out. Like,
so the rebels, the people that can cause a little damage.
It's in Chicago, DC is going to be New York probably next. Anywhere where the crime is out of control, they're deploying.
Yeah, but that's also so the next part of their plan can be implemented. They're getting the threats out of the way. That's what people understand. They're getting the people that cause the threat out of the way. Yeah, that's the same in the prison system.
But because obviously we're familiar with a certain lifestyle, right? Crime in ordinary neighborhoods is an issue.
But you know what though, can I be honest with you?
Let's see. Deal with it. Because we know it cuts both ways. Yeah. But ordinary people.
I think a lot of this stems from how the man them have been moving over there for a while, because that's what it must have been. What, all the shit, all the dotting, all the... Let me tell you the truth. That must have been playing up on them for a while, though. You think they've been pissed? I'm not sure about that. I think... Especially London. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, they do it as well. Yeah.
If you think about it, be honest, you see what you got to do as well. Sometimes you have to put yourself in other people's shoes.
Exactly.
And you've got to understand, it's the fair as well, because there's a fair element from them. But think about it, they're just seeing the man them on madness. Yeah. They're seeing, how are they not going to want us out of there?
Come on. It's definitely why. From them man's perspective, I think it's different from ours.
If we was in Jamaica, bro, you think anyone can come to Jamaica? They're chopping up hand and you're getting right. You couldn't go to Jamaica and act up like this. If you're not Jamaican, you could not.
But you got to remember that. But a lot of the man them start act up. What we history. So second generation.
Honestly, let's be honest. The way we are. They've created a monster. Let's not pretend. But the reality is, the man them are out here wild. And you cause there's going to be a fair element. Let's be honest, bro. If we're really honest, we cause bare mayhem more than any illegal immigrant. More than any illegal immigrant, we cause mayhem. You don't think so, Ish?
100%. And what you got to remember, and also you got to remember what they're basing off is what they see in London. So they're thinking, okay, how it's looking, this could cut. Our areas could be like that soon. They're just looking at London.
Bro, think about it as well. That's why if you see anything online, if anything happening on a tube or train, you read the comments, bro.
That's
what they really think, bro. But it's fair because the man them are on violence, bro. Of course they're scared.
Hasn't it always been there, though? But violence has always been. It's just
aspect we bring it to you, bro. We bring it to another level,
and we have every time. I think that we've.
It's always been there, bro. I just feel like it's just everyone's going to see it now. That's all.
The only difference is it's always been there. Every society, every nation,
throughout history.
Not like how we do it.
But what's happened is that because of our specific history, right, and the way in which that's been manipulated, and how we've had to find our way through. What we've done, we've made it glamorous.
Yes, true.
Right? Is it glamorous? To the point that now, but also not only made it glamorous, but we brought different method to it.
Yeah, okay.
It's cold.
But I'm saying, throughout history, not to the level, unless there's a war, to the level we do it, I think it don't happen.
I would agree.
Think about even if you average,
in the masses,
If you think, average 18-year-old you. They put in work. Somehow they've done something. Active. pick up any average other person from any other race, they ain't done what they done.
Yeah.
Not even a big man has done what they done.
Yeah.
Like,
you know when you chat about normal things and you see people's reaction, like, wow, that's just normal, bro. You know what I mean?
To be fair, the England or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, the political setup has kind of added to
100%.
It's
1,000,000%.
Obviously, it's kind of made things amplify things, doesn't it?
And the culture, the music, the films, whatever.
But that's all you think about
on the back of it.
When you think about when we originally came over here and the work we put in to build up this country, and then obviously the generations that came after that, and kind of the kind of interaction that they had with the police after that, we talk about the civil rights and so on and so forth. It's kind of transitioned into what it is now. And I'm saying obviously the music and all that, the culture plays its part as well. But one thing I must say though, people have to understand, no people follow blindly, but the UK go out there, colonize all these different places, all this money off of slavery, involved in all sorts of hardship all over the globe.
Yeah, they can't be upset.
In the Middle East and everywhere, and then people come here, what do they expect?
Yeah, they can't be upset.
Obviously,
people acting like they're innocent.
I'm talking about what we do, but obviously there's a build up to it, and obviously, like you said, this is what these people. These people are simple. They're not realistic, and they think, bro. Every action there's a reaction.
You think we just want you to bend over for you? No.
Go and get money off all the resources in Africa, mess up their economy, and then destabilize their country, carry how much of us to the Caribbean, what they've done to Jamaica, what they've done to the ghettos in America, and not expect we're here. It's going to come to your doorstep.
We're still making good of the shit that's been made.
Let me give you so I've heard of West India Quay in Canada. That was built off of slavery money.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
A lot of money they made off of slavery. So they needed our labour from the Windrush generation to come here. How much did they of the resource in Africa, so you make obviously people here. That's what happens.
So do you think
they won't have the infrastructure?
Do you think they don't openly say about the Caribbean and Africans going home because of they still got things, they're still taking stuff from the resources in Africa?
I feel like this can't say because man's legal, isn't it?
I feel like you know what I mean? They are like, no, you black people are cool, but because if we go back, we could easily get in the way of things that are going on out there.
But to be honest, I think, and it could be naive, but I think we're cool. If we want to, if we want to, we can flex.
The only thing, but the only thing is really talk about the Muslims though, because we are Muslim.
Yeah, that is an issue, and yet still it's not an issue.
Why?
Because really, when a man looks at you and says, "Oh, you're Muslim," what is he really going to say to you?
Nothing, unless he's going to be with, unless he's with, come out of the pub with a couple of his mates, you know.
And even then, because of who we are, I don't know.
No. But the only reason why it would be a problem is because we see too much things happen to Muslim communities.
Well, it's the girls, again the females as well, because none of them don't say nothing to us when they walk past us, but they're definitely going to say something to my wife, they're definitely going to say something to my sister, they're definitely going to try and say something to my mother. So you know what I'm saying, like, they're not going to say nothing.
They wouldn't say anything to the man.
As soon as they're in the week.